So as you can see from here, it's wonderful. This used to be a landfill site. Many different paths leading off. Really gorgeous day this day. My dad was a lorry driver, and he used to dispose of the rubbish around here. And it's unbelievable what it's looking like now. Now the next bit you're coming up to is very steep downhill section. Excuse the shaky cam because I'm holding this, so I'm going quite slow here because I'm using it by hand, but I absolutely normally blast it down here. It gets a bit muddy sometimes down here, a little bit, some depressions, so just be aware of that. There's a river that's running just to our right, and then what we're going to come up to shortly is a crossing over a main road. There's actually a Pegasus crossing here that will help you because the cars from the left and the right sometimes come down the hill really quickly. There's my new bolts on my stem, so you can just see the river to the right there. And then as you can see now, we're coming up to the exit of this section. We're going to cross the road. You'll see the Pegasus crossing coming up shortly. And what we're doing, we're going straight across. There's two paths as you go straight across. But immediately in front of you, there's one up to our left. We need the one up the hill to our left to continue onto Bolton Canal. So here's the Pegasus crossing. So now we're on Bolton Canal. Yeah, Bolton does have a canal. And this section here has been newly repaved, redone. Done a pretty good job. There used to be a couple of gates here that used to have to try and swing round. We're actually dangling the bikes round the gates over the actual canal itself, but we seem to have got rid of that. Made it a lot smoother, so it's quite a hard pack. As I was riding down here, I don't think I've got it on film, but wildlife was brilliant. I've seen a fox down here, I've seen deers down here. Just sat on the canal bank was a heron. I don't know if I've actually got that, but that's me looking back to where we just come from. Wonderful bit of camera work there, so I'm holding it by hand. You can see the lovely reflections, and just keep going straight ahead here. coming up, we have a couple of people walking towards us, and I don't know if you notice, you'll see the dog just jump straight out in front of me. You can see them on the right here, and then going past them, bang there, straight out in front of me. And the only thing that they could say to me was, "Where's your bell? Where's your bell?" Yeah, we've got a dog that's trying to maul me. Bells in the UK. Rule 66 of the Highway Code says that it is a recommendation that you use a bell. It isn't the law. Probably a good idea to still use on though, I think. Coming up to quite an interesting little section here, we have what we call the Meccano Bridge. You'll see why shortly, because it looks like a Meccano build. It's wonderful, it is. You'll actually see some of the old locks, the step-down locks that we used to have when the canal was fully functioning. And there we go, there's a Meccano Bridge. That's looking to the left where the canal's not now. You can still see the canal. If you look to our right, you can actually see the step downs there. Of what it used to be like. I'm going to try and find some information about this, but it must have been amazing when it was all working. You just see down the bottom there, the canal coming down the bottom there. And then just to our right there, you can see some tables and chairs. A little one to the right, that's also looks like a Meccano build. I'm going to try and zoom in here, see if you can see it. If I can zoom in there, I'm pointing to it now. I think I zoomed in enough, to be honest with you. You can see how you can see there. Meccano seat. Look at the bolts. It's brilliant. Very colourful. So what we're going to do now, we're going to head off the bridge shortly and turn to my left. Going down that way. And to our right, you can see some chairs.
Okay guys, you're coming up to bridge 17. So I'll be cracking from that way there. And looking for bridge number 17. Carry on along here. See where my bike is. Just where my bike is. Going that way. So we're going up there. And once you get there, there's a couple of options. You can either go left down the road or right back over that bridge there. And take you all the way around there.
So a couple of options here, up to our right, that'll take you on the top road, and down here to our left, I'm going to go downhill, here to our left. Bear in mind I've got my camera in my hand, so I was braking using the one hand. I'm going to put my GoPro chesty on next time. I'm using a Sony vlogging camera here. It's a really good camera actually, I really like it. I might show you some of my kit in a future video of what I use on my bike rides. So this goes down to, there's a bit of an industrial estate down here. It's not the nicest route, but as we get down here I'm going to go to my left. So just be aware of trucks, and the road here isn't that the best. So you can see, just be aware of trucks, and there is coming up behind you. So we're still following National Cycle Network number 6 here, just behind McDonald's at Radcliffe, which is right in front of you. Sharp right turn, up the hill, and keep going for a couple of miles now. There are some bridleways to your left and to the right. Avoid the bridleways, get very, very muddy. Just keep following it round. Just be aware as you go down, probably about half a mile down, there is a little wooden bridge, very small, but when it gets wet it is extremely slippy, so just be aware of that. So there to our left you can see the bridleway. It gets very muddy on this bridleway, so try and avoid that if you can, otherwise your bike will disappear down it. As always, if there's a bridleway, just be aware of horse riders. Quite a nice little section. It can get very, very wet in winter time, but it is really, really nice down here. Enjoy. Now we're coming to the end of this section here, and we're going over to cross the bridge over the M62. You'll see it, you'll probably hear it before you can see it. The bridge. Now if you go down here, the camera's going to pan to the left shortly, and look to the left, that goes up to Phillips Park. Nice, some nice bike rides up there. So it's good to get some good pump tracks up there as well. So some really good trails up there. So up that way, we're going straight across now over the bridge. So as you can see now, we're going over the motorway. It was quite busy this morning, this time of the day when I went on this ride. It looks like, as always, there's some roadworks. Now as you go over the bridge here, what you want to be looking for, there's a couple of options actually. You can either go sharp left down a steep hill. Well, that's what we're going to now. You can actually see
so now we've crossed over the bridge, and you can see a sign posted, Lancashire Cycle Route,
National Cycle
Network number 6.
Through these little gates here, you can go straight ahead here if you want to. There's signposted to our right there. Tells you which way I'm going to be stuck there.
It can be awkward.
But you get 800 mile otherwise. You've got a signpost here, so you can see the couple of options there. That's where we just come from. 4.2 miles to 4.3 miles to Salford. That's where we're heading. So just keep following number 6. There is very steep hill down here, so just be aware of this. So we've come down, we've ridden through now, we've just followed the path around. Again, you've got a couple of options up towards Phillips Park and press switch up there to our left. Not sure, quite sure what's down there. Go over this little bit of a gate here and go down to our right hand side here. Again, sorry for shaky cam again. I'll have to make sure I get my GoPro next time. Again, just keep following this through. Now we come up to the end of that section now, and you'll see a gate immediately in front of you. So I tend to go round to the right here. It's a little bit easier than trying to navigate through the gate. It's got a couple more signposts here. Hopefully you can read them. I've panned in long enough for them. So we're going down towards there's a roundabout there, that's where we're going to. You can either go through there, or what I tend to do is go around here, then come back on to my left, you can see it, and then just follow it round to the roundabout. And again, just be aware of the signs on the lampposts telling you which direction. We're going straight through here. Just wait for the car doing a 20-point turn there. Oh, by the way, yes, I'm a driving instructor as well. Let's go a mountain biker. Or I'm a mountain biker and a driving instructor. So I don't know why I'm panning there. Probably my camera's shooting up into the sky for some reason. UFOs, who knows? Could be anything really. So this roundabout, be really careful this roundabout. We're following the road ahead at the roundabout, straight ahead at the roundabout. Don't veer off anywhere. So now I've negotiated that roundabout, and then across the road, and we're going straight ahead to another roundabout. And again, follow the road ahead. But I'm going a bit closer. Honestly, they come down here, rattle along here. So follow the road ahead at the roundabout. So you're still looking out for signs on lampposts for National Cycle Route number 6. Now, over to my right here, I'm looking for a road on my right. Sorry, I don't know the name of the road. But just look at the colour of the houses. And I'm going to be turning right shortly. There we go. And then immediately in front of us, you'll see an entrance. Can you see it in front of you there? We're going through that there, and it'll take you to the side of the canal or river that leads you to Salford. Go through here. Again, shaky cam in operation there. Really need to get a chest strap. And then go left here, heading down towards Manchester. Just keep going along this path until you come to a big bridge. So as I go around this bend here, you'll actually start to see the city centre of Manchester come into view, the skyline of Manchester. I don't know how many of you know Manchester well, but I quite like Manchester. It's where I met my wife when we were working at what was called Kendall's then. It's now House of Fraser. So yeah, Manchester holds quite a few good memories for me. You can see the skyline has changed immensely. I was in the 90s when I was working there. Yeah, it's changed significantly. Now then, what's really interesting is you come around this bend here. For all you Manchester United supporters, I know there are millions of you. There's the bridge there, but to our left, as we get near to the bridge, is Manchester United's old training ground. I still think they use it today, but it's called the Cliff. So a little bit of a modern sculpture there to our left. I'm not quite sure what that's for. It's like a crashed UFO. So again, there's a bridge there that we're going to cross shortly. But to our left, just as we get past these bushes here, is a Cliff training ground, Manchester United. I still think they use it today. So you can imagine all the famous players that have been on there. Dennis Law, George Best, Bobby Charlton, Sir Matt Busby would have been there. I'm not a United supporter myself. I'm actually a big American football fan. St. Louis Rams. Still keep calling that. It's Los Angeles Rams that I support. So there's a cliff. So what we're going to do now, we're going to cross over the bridge and turn left. So now what we're doing, just crossed over the bridge. There's some new housing development on our right there. That used to be all green fields at one time. So we're coming up to probably the most of the road section now. You can see we're coming up to the end of this pathway here, and we're going to do a right here. Now you can choose to cross over the road here, but at this time of the morning, it was quite early in the morning, it was quite busy, so I know I'm going to get hammered for this, but I was on the pathway here. Again, so I'm trying to go and do interesting camera work there, Gary. So I'm trying to get up, there's a roundabout that's coming up. So there's a roundabout right in front of us there. I just come up that road. We want to go down there towards, so you see the crossing here, the funeral parlour's there on the left there on the corner. We want to be heading down, not that way, because that takes you up to Salford. See how busy it is. I'm still on the pavement here, so I'm going to actually use a crossing here. So where that red car just gone, that's where we're going down there. So I've just gone, negotiated the roundabout, we're going straight through. Keep going to the end of the road here. As you go up to the end of the road here, we're going straight ahead. To our right there are some shops. There's a Subway on the right hand side there that I've used in the past. I'm feeling a bit peckish. Again, continue to keep going down here. Just following the road along. There's some bridges that we're coming up to shortly that we're going to be crossing over. There's one straight in front of us here, straight ahead at this bridge. So I've come out the bridge there. So what I'm trying to do is just to show you where I've come from here. That's it. So still look out for these signs. crossing the bridge again. When I come to the end of this bridge, I'm going to turn sharp turn to the right. So we've done that sharp turn to the right. We're going to the end of this path. Now we're going to cross this major road, going straight ahead. Always get knuckles wrapped there. I always get my handlebars stuck there. So we're going straight down that path there. So that's the River Irwell to our right, across that very busy road, still heading down towards Manchester. You can tell you're going towards Manchester this way because lots and lots of development going on, and also this morning on this ride, the flies were everywhere. So if you're after a protein intake, go on this ride because by the heck, they were hitting my face, going up my nostrils, loads of them. But there you go, that's the joy of riding a bike. Joy of riding an e-bike. If you've never ridden an e-bike before, I would suggest that you go out on demo days and have a go. Yeah, some people call it cheating. It's not cheating because you come out and ride with me and I'll tell you what, you'll have a massive workout. So this ride that I take, this is the out section. I've not brought back the back section. I go a different way. I'm going to do that on a different day. This is a 4-hour ride, 4.5-hour ride this, and especially when the weather's like it is here, it's brilliant. So we're just dropping down off this pathway now. We're heading towards where that blue truck is. I don't know if I've got it all on video, but he took ages to reverse into this. He kept coming in and out, and already while I was driving down that ride, or riding down that path, he already had about 3 or 4 attempts. So I thought to myself, discretion the better part of valour. Just hang on. Car here just pulled straight out in front of me. Nothing. Couldn't care less. So where they're going actually is quite a good indicator there. We're going to be turning the next left. And as you go the next left here, you'll see another bridge to your right hand side here, so go over this bridge. Straight across this bridge. And a couple of options here. When you go over the bridge, you can either go straight ahead or turn left. I tend to like to turn left because we're heading for the MEN Arena. So this is a ride from Bolton to the MEN Arena, mostly off-road. A great ride. So there's a signpost there. Actually, that signpost that you just saw that said National Cycling Network number 6, this takes you to a dead end. There's some new development there, so I haven't taken it down yet. So that's why I've gone left here. The River Irwell there, can't even say it. The River Irwell is just my left this time. Straight through. So again, just keep on this straight. Here we're just riding along that pathway. We're coming up to another busy main road again. We're going straight over the road. And you see some steps on the other side. And we're going to cross this road here and go down the steps. And just be careful here, crossing the road. Again, wonderful camera work from myself. Honestly, I should be having an Oscar for this. This is amazing. Can't believe how bad it is. And that's where we come across the steps, and we're going to head straight up this pathway here. Keep going. We're not too far from our destination now. And for all you animal lovers here, you'll love these. Look at these beautiful little things here. Trying to get round, or trying to get up to the parents. They're looking for ways. So I just held back a little bit here. They're more important than I am on a bike ride. So what we're going to do is carry on straight down this pathway here. And very shortly, you don't come off it, you'll come up to a bridge at the end. And you can't go any further, you'll turn right at the very end and go up the little slipway.
So we finished our ride. The arena is right in the corner there. Manchester city centre is that way. I will take you up towards Prestwich. That there is a ride to Manchester, virtually off-road.